So just a few more slides to go. We were talking about input controls and the essential attributes. So we have name as an essential attribute for everything except for submit and reset. Type is essential except for the text area on select, just because they already have their own tag. And then the last one that is required for a couple of our input controls is the value. So this is used for the checkbox, the radio, the submit, and the reset buttons. And this identifies the value of that particular checkbox. So for example, we'll have checkboxes that we'll add that are all maybe of art type. We have 4 different art pieces that a user can select from. Well, they can select multiple, so the name of all of those checkboxes will be art piece, and their values will be different. One will be watercolor, one will be maybe that's paint, one that is something else, that's clay, one that is something else. So they'll have different values. So if you have a checkbox, a radio, a submit, or a reset input control, it will need to have the value attribute as well. Finally, for choosing the type of control that you want to use, you really want to think through the number of choices that they're going to have. So if something has a limited number of choices and the user can really just select from some sort of menu, a radio button, a checkbox, or a selection menu may be the best choice. But if there's maybe so many options that it would be overwhelming to create that number of radio buttons or checkboxes, then using something like a text box, a text area box, or a password box would be a better choice. So at this point, you should have a really good vision of the type of forms we'll be creating and the different options that we'll have as we create those forms. So your assignment for this particular lesson is worksheet 6A. And once you are done, you can get that checked off, and then you can move on to actually coding in lesson 2.